Thank you for joining me on this project. I have this little chair which has a few problems with it. One of the springs is broken. The chair legs at the front are at a slight angle. That needs to be mended. Until I've got under there, I don't know what the problem is. But apart from that, it's quite simple. There is no chair seat because it's all incorporated here. So let's get on with it. I've got this piece of leftover fabric. I'm going to pop it here. Cardboard came off originally. I think one was rather badly torn. So I'm going to secure this here. Make sure that goes around. Pull that up to here. I'm going to put a couple along here into this frame. I'm going to secure it along the base here because this is quite important. Maybe I should have done it before the springs went in. I don't need it to go all the way into the back because the arms go in and then the top comes down on there. I think what I might do is just trim down a little bit. This is trial and error because I will have to pull it up here and secure it along the top as well and ease all of this into place. Pull it as hard as I can away from the bottom and then cut it so it can go in here and along the top. I think that'll be enough, and I'm just going to cut this back. I've got quite a few layers to go in here so it'll be nice and smooth. I'm not going to worry too much about the front here, says she, and then she cuts down anyway. I'm going to do the inside arm of this side the same way. Now the inside arm had 2 layers of the cotton wadding. I'm going to pull this into place. I'm really not sure why it's so... Oh, hold on, there it goes. What I'm going to do is I'm going to staple it along the top. Try not to pull that open too much. It goes in here a little ways and then pulls forward. I think I want to pull that round a little bit and secure a bit more of the underside. Then it won't pull out, and I'm also going to pull it into here. Not too close, but close enough. I'll take that a little bit out because I've taken it out of the other side. The inside back comes down, so I don't want it to be too bulky there. Just put a little bit more under this side here. It's a nice thing about this cotton wadding, you can pull it and shape it. That comes in here. I'm going to push that down and through to the other side. See if I can get all of that underneath, because I've got another layer to put on in a minute. There we go, that's coming through. This is the second layer over the top. I'm going to bring that in, lay it on there, pull that out slightly because I don't want all of that in the back there, and secure that to push that down. I'm going to put this over the top. It is a lining fabric, so it does have something pressed on the back. Pull that there, across, down and into place. Come down here. Now, because this is a lining, I don't have to be really particular. I've just got to keep it in place. So there, that can go onto there, that can come down and be pushed into the underside of the arm. I'm going to attach it on the outside, far enough down that it shouldn't interfere with anything, and only a couple of staples, not too many. So I can add to it if I need to. That can come in here, so it goes either side of the bar that's there. It doesn't have to be perfect, it's just to hold everything in place so I don't have a whole mess on my hands. Pull that down through to the base here and secure along here too. Anything else will be pulled in as I go. I will be making alterations to this lining. I'm looking at this arm and it appears to be quite flat. I think I wanted it a little bit plumper than this. So I'm just going to pull all of this back out. I better undo this one here because I need that right way up. I've got this 1-inch piece of foam which I'm going to attach here. I want it level with the front because I can always cut it back. It's not quite all the way to the back because the fabric has to go in behind here and through to the bottom because I want that to hold in place. I think I need to push that down a little bit further. Now I'm going to push it here and staple it just along this edge, slightly on top but not too much, and it's going to be angled like that, so it's not too rigid. I'm going to make sure I go all the way across. Cut across the top here, so it's more or less in shape. A little ways back, because there's quite a bit of padding coming down there. Also give it that curvature as well. And again, it doesn't have to be perfect. I'm going to bring both layers of this down on top and push that down. And I'll bring this one down and push that down into the base as well, so that it's all held into place like that. That kind of comes round. Might need to pull some of that off, just a little bit, not too much, because it might not go back. Now this I'm going to bring over the top as well. That's to hold everything. This is quite a fine fabric, so if it crinkles it's not going to matter. And again, push all of that down. Now the next layer I'm putting on is this thin dacron. I've got quite a bit of padding there anyway. It's just going to fill out any dents that might be caused from the other layers of padding, and push that into place as well. That comes around the top. I'm going to cut in here like that. That allows that piece to go forward because I'm pushing it away from me, but it's back because it's towards the back of the chair. Do that round, smooth it out. That will pull forward or pull away from me, over the top and into place. Okay, I'm getting there. The piping that I've made to go on the chair, I have cut it 2 inches wide on the diagonal. It gives a little bit more of a flange when I want to staple it into the furniture. Fold that over, slide that underneath like that, raw sides together, and on the longest stitch I am going to sew that into place. Now the advantage of doing it diagonal is it still has the stripe of the flowers and the plain fabric. It's only a small piece, so what I will do is line the centre of the pattern up with the centre of the stripe of the flowers, so it is quite pleasing to look at. When I get to the join, I'm just going to open that up and sew across and carry on down. I'm going to line the stripe up. There's a weird stripe here because it's white and tan. So I'm going to line up the tan edge there. Now I put the piping up here because to put it underneath like it should was lower than here, which is not a good thing. So I've put it higher so that I can hide the difference. And the depth from the bottom here to the piping is the depth of my back tacking. So I'm going to put a staple here. Make sure that that's in line on this side. So I have to pull it a little bit tight and into place. 2 in the middle. I'm going to put some lining in. The white lining up to there. Just catch it. Pull it tight and secure. And I'll do the same to here as well, all the way to the back of the arm. I can't go further over because there's nothing to hold into just yet. The back tacking I'm putting all the way to the top and pushing up against the piping. I'm going to secure that in a few places. To the front, but not too much into the decoration there. I am going to go all the way back like that because when I've brought this down, the piping, tucked it behind, I'll need that extra piece of support, but I'm only going to secure it right to the end of the arm here. The dacron goes all the way to the front and the back. Make sure it's high enough up so when you pull this down it looks a bit smoother, and that fits under there perfect, and secure that. Now with this I'm going to go all the way along because I want it held into place quite nicely. I'm just going to bring that down and secure it underneath nice and evenly to the front and then to the back from the centre. Nice and firm as you can make it. And then to the back. Along the front, I'm going to just cut along the shaping of the groove that is here. I'm going to bring this into place and secure it following that shaping. Nice and firm. Follow the shape as close as you can to the outside edge and then cut back. I need some double piping. I'm going to pop that in there, wind it around, and then pop this on top like that. Should be almost level. It doesn't matter if they're not. Fold that over the top and slot that under the double piping foot. You can do this with a normal foot, but you just got to balance everything. This kind of come out a little bit. It doesn't matter. Just re-roll it and start sewing, as long as it's secure. And then as I go across, I'm just going to re-roll that underneath and put that on top. This stops the two pieces of piping from crossing over. They do have a tendency to do that if you're not careful. It's on a longer stitch, and I will just carry on down. Fold that back under, pop that back on top, and secure. Now before I attach it, I'm going to cut all the excess fabric off the back so that it doesn't show. I've only done a sample of this. And then what I'll do is I'll glue that into position, and because it's on the bias, it will twist and it will turn a lot better than if I'd done it on a straight piece of fabric, either on the warp or the weft weavings. That should work really well. One thing I did make sure was that I did the lining on top of anything that was going underneath, and then the dacron over the top. The reason is if I kept everything the same way, it meant that the colour underneath would be more even, and I think I achieved that with this project. That's coming quite well here. I just took it along and covered it up. Remember, if you've got a pale colour, whether it's yellow, pink, whatever, always put a liner under it to make sure that it's a sharp colour and that it's continual throughout, because sometimes the different shades underneath will show through, so you always want to put a white base underneath it. Thank you for joining me on this project. I will say this project actually kicked my butt, not just downhill, around the corner and back up again. It was quite an involved project, to say the least. I decided not to put extra trim around the legs. I thought it was too much. I've tried lining everything up as best I could. I do feel that this is slightly crooked, but that just might be me and the way the flowers come down on that side and the way they are on this side. I'm sure it all evens out. It's just me being a bit pedantic. I only put double piping on a couple of areas. Feel less is more, and I think it's turned out really, really gorgeous. I hope my friend's going to like it. If you'd like to see more from me, please subscribe, hit the bell button. A few thumbs up would be brilliant. And in the meantime, take care. See you later. Ciao.